The knee?
Yeah, just the rehab and
Um,
what you've had to do.
I think initially probably is the hardest part. The acceptance of everything, and the first couple weeks really are. I mean, you can't put any weight on it with the meniscus and all that stuff. So, the first probably the first month or two was the worst. But after that, it's you get running and everything, and you start to feel like yourself again.
Jimmy looks having all the guys back this week as opposed to just the rehabbing guys. Is it a little different vibe
Yeah,
around here?
definitely. Yeah, it's that first day of school type feeling. You see there's a lot of new guys and a lot of same faces, so it's exciting. It's always good to get back to it.
Jen and John, Kyle all talked about kind of watching you from afar throwing, and you've been doing drops and throws. How much better does it feel to be able to do that?
Much better. It's initially your body just isn't used to those movements. It's been so long since you did them that it's you're like, damn, like it's not what it usually was, and then you start to get back into it, and your body starts to react the right way, and it's very encouraging.
Jen talked about the difference between the new medical staff kind of coming over. He likes it a lot better. What changes do you see?
I mean, every staff has their own way of doing things. Bringing in Ben and Dustin, I think they've done a good job of just, it's a smooth process. There's no time wasted, one thing after another. I mean, especially like this time of year, we're so condensed with time that every minute counts. And those guys they've really done a good job. And I think guys are buying into it.
What's been the benefit of being able to go through this with Jerick?
A lot of things. Initially it was just, you're so down after the surgery and everything like that, but Jet was about 3 weeks ahead of me, I think it was. So he always had some tips for me on I did this, or try doing this type of thing, and it's just it's encouraging being with someone, especially Jet. I mean, the guy's so positive every day. How could you not be in a good mood with him?
And John Lynch had mentioned that he saw you throw a pass to him once, and he got all excited just seeing that.
Yeah.
Do you recall that? Like, were you able to do that much with Jerick during this time?
Not. I mean, we were condensed. It was at times we were able to, at times we weren't. Just we're on different schedules. He was a couple weeks ahead of me and everything, so I was trying to play a little catch up game with him. But yeah, we never know when those guys are watching. Their windows are hard to see through, so they must have put tints on them or something.
Is it kind of creepy knowing that they're watching you?
No. I mean, it kind of turns it into more of a practice. Kind of ramps you up a little bit, gets the energy going.
How do you think George is handling his new higher profile after last season?
George who?
Kittle.
Oh, okay. No, George is the same old guy. He is. Great guy to have in the locker room. Great guy. He keeps everyone's spirits up, and he's a high energy guy. So you love to have that.
Is it true his tweet to Antonio Brown was a dare from you?
I mean, it depends who you ask, but yeah,
He said it was.
He said it was. Yeah. I'd take it with a grain of salt then.
Jimmy, a lot of times players say, once something is repaired like that, your knee, it's the mental hurdle of like trusting it again. Mm-hmm. How long did it take for you to, kind of get it back in your head, like, hey, I can actually trust the stability of this knee again?
Yeah, trust is a good word for it, because it's really, the movements are things you haven't done in a while. So I'd say like cutting, for example. The first cut you do, you kind of go half speed, then you go 75, and then you build it up slowly. And so I think it's a process. I mean, every movement, throwing, cutting, jumping, whatever it is. But once you've done it a couple times, your body reacts pretty quickly and remembers how to do it.
Jimmy, with the schedule coming out today, how excited are you looking forward to that, just the season opener, and how's that fueled you through like the rehab to make sure that you're ready for that week one?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the schedule. I've heard rumors and everything, but yeah, it's exciting. Kind of, you just kind of see that first opponent. I mean, it's difficult to look past training camp and preseason, all that stuff, obviously, but yeah, it's always in the back of your head.
Is it good to be throwing again? Where are you at just in terms of that process?
Very good to be throwing again. It's what I do, So, yeah, it's encouraging. Every day it gets easier and easier. Able to make this throw better than I was a week ago, and it's small victories like that. Throughout this whole process, it's all about small victories, because you're not going to jump out and be able to throw it 60, 75 yards again. So it's just small victories.
Kyle said his hope for you is to be as much of a part of OTAs in this offseason program, bar really team drills, so where no one's even anywhere close to your knee.
Right.
Is that nice for you? Just know that you're going to be around the guys. You're not necessarily going to be removed from this entire process. That's what 2 months.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I was removed, I would feel very weird about it. But yeah, I think the coaches, we've put together a pretty good plan, and it's kind of whatever they feel is right for me between the medical staff, the coaches, all that. I'm willing to do whatever. So whatever they say, I'll do.
OTA start next month. I mean, does the plan include you doing 7-on-7 stuff in that very first initial OTA session?
I mean, we'll see. It's like I said, the medical staff combined with the coaches talking to one another and kind of coming up with a game plan. I think try to be a little precautious, but I'd love to be out there.
Jimmy, one of the big words ahead of last season was hope. There seems to be a very decisive shift in that, more so determination. How would you describe the mindset heading into this season?
I think it's still a new group of guys. So we haven't even brought in the rookies, and so there's still parts of our team that there's holes that we're trying to fill. But it's just I think encouraged. Guys come back with a lot of energy this time of year, and it's exciting. I mean, it's exciting to get everyone back together in there, and the energy is high right now. So it's good stuff.
What can having 4 running backs or 4 guys do for the offense and help it evolve a little bit?
I think a couple of those are 4-3 guys. So, but no, it's Kyle's done a great job with those guys in the past, having dynamic running backs like that, and it's a good group. Getting to know Tevin, and obviously knowing the guys who have been here before. It's exciting. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Jimmy, is the expectation you'll be ready, medically cleared for training camp?
I hope so. I mean, we'll see. A lot of time between now and then, but yeah, that's the goal.
Did any other quarterbacks reach out to you these last few months to check on you, give you advice, encouragement?
I think more so initially when the injury happened. I had a couple guys text me and reach out, just give me encouragement. Guys who have actually had it happen to them. So it's nice just having that.
Far down the road, but would you have to wear or want to wear or be asked to wear a brace on your knee?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think that's it for sure.
Is that for the rest of your career? I was like, what's the time frame on that? Just
I think that's kind of one you play by ear. I wore one initially as a rookie in the NFL, and then kind of got away from it. And I think this year it's a certainty. But we'll see how it goes down the road.
and you're talking about both knees or just the left?
Just the left. Yeah, I still gotta be able to move a little bit, man. Come on.
Is that why you took it off, to just increase mobility?
Yeah, it was a number of things. I never played with one before in college or high school or anything like that, so it was different. But these new ones that they got are they're titanium, lightweight. It's like you're not wearing anything sometimes.
Couple more?
What's the one thing that you're really looking forward to doing that you haven't done yet on the field?
I think just going through a full practice. I mean, I was out there at practices, last year and everything, and on the sideline for the games. But it's different when you're not, in there in the huddle talking to the guys. You still interact with guys, but there's just a different feel to it. So I think that interaction between me and the lineman or the skill guy, whatever it is, or talking trash to the defense, it's just I don't know, it's different. I'm excited to get back to it.
I mean, just due to circumstances of your career, you haven't actually been able to play a whole bunch. Is there anything you could do last year? Obviously, it doesn't replicate having actual NFL snaps, but anything you can do to speed up the process?
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of things, whether it's film room or getting with the coaches. It was tough during the season because, they were busy game planning and stuff like that. But, I mean, like I said before, it's been a very productive offseason, whether it was in the film room or out on the field, even trying new things, different drops and how your movement is. It's just, it's been a very productive offseason.
What did you get out of that time in December?
A lot of different things. He's, one of the best to ever do it, obviously, and Hall of Fame guy, and he's just incredibly smart. And seeing the game from his point of view is different. He was looking at it just differently than a quarterback. It's hard to describe, but it's going to help me a lot going forward.
Is this him as like a sounding board? Are you guys just
Sorry, what?
Are you just using him as a sounding board? Are you asking for tips? Are you guys watching your Niners games? Are you watching just random NFL games? I mean,
yeah, literally everything. We watched our offense, our defense, other teams that played 2 years ago who, he thought this clip could help me, and just it's applicable in different ways. And, he's so smart that it was incredible to have the experience, and I thank him a lot for that.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right.